how are we compensated on the front end? Do we get, Chase laughs. Do we get, I guess it's kind of a loaded question, but everyone's experience is a little different.
What do you get paid, Chase?
Yeah, our upfront
Compensation? What?
Are
What is that?
upfront fees more? Are there other opportunities to negotiate, whether it's sales milestones, if we're getting net profit on game sales? What other ways are there for us to exploit, in the most positive use of that term possible, our works if this is a new market? How do we find other ways, and what are those other ways to be compensated?
Personally, for me, it's that whole song and dance of what is your budget, and to a certain point you get tired of dancing. So you set down your worth first, and I think this is important because then it's all a race to the bottom. So set your worth at least high. And then the compensation for upfront things, they vary. It depends on the mindset of the developer. It really isn't about it. It's like the whole. I'm changing the dynamic and the tone of this because it's important to explain that it's the mindset of the developer who runs the company to decide the value of the worth of the music first and foremost. That's just the reality of it. So if they don't want to pay you anything for your music because they can get it off Audio Jungle, they're going to do it. So that's why I said set the value pretty high, and so that we can all thrive and grow. A rising tide lifts all ships. And so from there, the compensation is anywhere from usually a half up front, and then there's if the team is more than 10, you can do a 10%, or well, if it's more than 10, you're probably not going to get more than 10%. But if it's smaller, you can get like 20% on the revenue share back end, or more. It depends on how much they value your work. And then from there, like I said, in my contract, I have something whereas I'm getting a royalty from the console. Now, it was kind of brilliant of me because I didn't know that was going to happen, and on another level of getting more outside of that. But I actually take it a step further. So I keep all my rights because I don't work on a lot of AAA games. A lot of AAA games are work for hire. And so you lose those rights. But I've out of the 21 games I've shipped, I've released about 12 soundtracks. I own almost all the rights for out of the 12. So I get to perform those live now and do live performances. So that's another expectation that I've been entertaining. I just had a performance at MagWest with the virtual video game orchestra and other places. So you get performance royalties through that. Then there's the back end if you get that. But it's just, it really, like I said, it comes back to the mindset of the developer. If they don't want to pay you for something, you're going to have wiggle rooms, and maybe you not have any wiggle room whatsoever.